Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Collective Worship. Peace be with you. Well, this morning I want to talk to you about the season that we're in. That's the church season of Advent. Advent is the 4 weeks that lead up to Christmas. So we have 4 Advent Sundays, one of which is the Sunday that's just gone. Advent is a time of preparing in some ways for the birth of Jesus, preparing for Christmas Day. It's a time when we traditionally do all those things that we need to do ready for Christmas. But it's also a time of waiting for Christmas Day. Now, none of us are very good at waiting, and some of us, in fact, are quite impatient. We all know that we don't like to have to wait for our tea. We don't like to have to wait in a shop queue. We don't like having to wait to see the results of something. We want everything now. But the season of Advent is a good time to remind us that we can't do that, and that we need to wait and prepare. We wait for something special, and we prepare for the time when that will come. To help us mark Advent in the church, we traditionally have the Advent candles. You might have an Advent calendar at home. You might have already started popping out those windows and eating the chocolates and things that are inside. Or you maybe just have one where you look at the pictures and see what the pictures are telling you. But we have the 4 candles. Now I'm going to light one of these candles now, because the first of those 4 Sundays was last Sunday. There we are. The 4 candles all represent something special about the lead up to the birth of Jesus. When we light the first candle, we remember what we call the patriarchs. Those are the very, very old men of the Old Testament who were there right at the very beginning of God's story. There's people like Abraham and Moses and Isaac and Jacob. All people that God trusted to lead his people. But right from the very beginning, God had been telling them that something special was going to happen. And these people were the ones that told his people that it was going to happen and that they needed to wait for it. And they showed the people how to wait and prepare themselves. In week 2, this coming Sunday, we'll light another one. And that one reminds us of the prophets. People like Isaiah and Jeremiah. People who came and told the people of Israel that God was going to send his son into the world, and that they needed to prepare themselves for it. But unfortunately, the people didn't listen. God then had to send someone else. And on the 4th Sunday, we light a candle to remind us of John the Baptist. Now, most of you will have certainly heard of John the Baptist if you hadn't heard those other names. He's the man that, when we see in pictures, is always wearing funny camel hair clothes, and he apparently ate things like locusts and lived in the desert. He was a bit of a strange man, but he was sent by God to tell the people that the wait was almost over, that Jesus was coming into the world, and it was too late to think about getting ready for it tomorrow. They needed to prepare for it today. Then on the last Sunday, we light the 4th candle, the one that reminds us that Mary had a visit from the angel. The angel Gabriel went to Mary and said, "You're going to have a son, and you're going to call him Jesus, and he will be the Son of God." So the 4th week reminds us that the preparation is almost over, that the wait is over. And then, of course, on Christmas Day, we light the candle in the middle. The candle, which is always a different colour to all the others, to remind us that Jesus, the light of the world, has come among us. He has been born. All the waiting and the preparation is over. Jesus is with us and he is here. And finally, we have something to celebrate as we do on Christmas Day. But you know, Advent isn't just about Jesus coming the first time, because we know that Jesus was born, we know that Jesus died on the cross, and we know that Jesus, after 3 days, rose from the dead. And we know also that Jesus then went to live back with God in heaven. But there's something special for Christians, because as Christians we believe that God will send Jesus back again. God will come back into the world. And part of our preparation for Advent is preparing our souls for the time when God will come again. And we will all live in peace and joy and harmony with each other. So we're still waiting and we're still preparing. And we're still looking forward to that wonderful day when there'll be a party, yes, like we have at Christmas, but a party that's so much bigger and so much better. God has sent his special present into the world once, the Christmas we're getting ready to celebrate, and he will send his present into the world once again, the present we continue to prepare and wait. And because it's this term, and I've got to get that word in, and we trust that that is what will happen, because we know that we can trust our God. So let's just take some time to be quiet and some time to pray. Dear God, it's in the excitement of this run up to Christmas, when we're preparing to celebrate the birth of your Son, help us to take some time out to prepare quietly and to wait in the stillness, and to remember that one day there will be an even bigger celebration when you send your Son into the world once again. Amen. Well, have a really good Advent. Enjoy eating all those chocolates from the candles. Well, no, don't eat the chocolates from the candles. Light the candles and eat the chocolates from your Advent calendars. Gosh, I'm getting so muddled up in my own preparations here, as you can tell. Next week, we're going to be doing something slightly different in our preparation up to Christmas. But I hope you have a really good week, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye for now.